Alright, now one of the last steps we're going to do, and I usually do it around the same time that I'm ready to put the rice into frying in the rice, is the vegetables for your stir fry. I go with something very simple. You can use fresh vegetables if you want, but something very simple. What I really like about this is that it actually has pasta stirred in with it. So you get a little bit, but it's a basic stir fry vegetables, bird's eye. You get it in any frozen food section at any grocery store. This is a green bean stir fry. It has whole green beans, broccoli, pasta, carrots, water chestnuts, and red peppers. You can seek all that stuff down individually, or you can use something like that. What we're going to do, cut that right on open. We're actually not going to pour it in just yet, because what you want to do is you want to heat up about 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use a wok. I just have a rounded off pan here. It just makes it a little bit easier to toss it around, but you don't have to do too much tossing. It's pretty simple. So you're going to put that on a high heat to start, and let that heat up. I like to just kind of coat all pieces of the pan, like so, and we'll let that heat up. Alright, now that your oil is heated up for your vegetables, what we're going to do is just toss them right in. Now what I like to do is add a little bit extra. I went and got me some frozen chopped spinach, and I just cut a piece of it off, and I stick it right in there on this side. Okay? And eventually when that thaws out, we'll chop it up a little bit more, and we'll stir it in and make it one whole thing. Okay, once your chicken's about done, you can basically turn the heat off right there, and we're going to put it to the side and let it sit. You don't need it right now, so just set it off to the side. You'll use it later. Now for the fried rice, when your rice is pretty much done, like that, you can get rid of that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to heat up about 2 tablespoons of oil in a separate pan. Just like so, and just heat that up nice and hot. Alright, so once your rice is done and your oil is heated up, what you're going to do is just toss all the rice right in the oil. Now you don't want to let it sit. You've got to constantly stir it up. But you're going to turn the heat down as soon as you put the rice in, down to a simmer. So we're just going to fry this up a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a different texture and a different color. You'll see it start to golden up a little bit because of the oil. And we're going to add to this 1 cup of peas and carrots, basic frozen peas and carrots. Again, you're welcome to chop up your own carrots if you want to get fresh, but I like to just get a little bit, 1 cup of frozen peas and carrots. And about 1/4 of a cup of your scallions. Remember we cut up our 2 scallions? Toss them in. Alright, as we're tossing our vegetables, just keep those moving constantly because the pasta will stick to the pan. Just want to kind of drag the fork right underneath, keep that going. And while that's still heating up on a nice medium heat, what we're going to do is add the stuff we made for the fried rice into it. We're just going to scrape all that in as best you can. I like to use all of it, try to spread it around a little bit. This is what's going to add that yellow color that you always see with fried rice and the flavor. If you don't get all of it, I like to rinse this thing in a tiny little bit of water. Just the tiniest little bit. Swish it around. Because the water is going to evaporate, but you're going to keep the flavor of all of that. You don't want to lose any of that flavor. last step, after you've got your fried rice all mixed up, nice and even with the color, what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 eggs and crack those up and beat them up. I know, what did the egg ever do to us, right? Beat them up. Okay, and the last step for the fried rice is this. What you're going to do is toss it all off to the side a little bit, make some room, because you're going to use this pan to scramble the egg. So we're going to toss this egg right in here. Try to center that over the heat a little bit. You can turn it up just a little bit to medium, medium-high. Don't worry if a little bit of rice falls into it, it's all going to get mixed up together anyway. Alright, now that our egg is almost scrambled up, just make sure it's all nice and scrambled pretty good. And then, just start mixing. Mix the egg into the fried rice. Try to get it nice and even throughout, and it's done. Set it aside, turn the heat off, and you're good to go. Alright, our fried rice is done, and our vegetables are pretty much heated up and ready to go. So the last step that you want to do is you're going to add the sauce that we made earlier. First thing we did. So you're just going to spread that around. And again, same trick right here. If you don't want to miss out on all that flavor, get yourself a tiny little bit of water, stir that around, and toss it in. Again, the water's going to evaporate, the flavor's going to stay in there. Give that a good mix, real quick, not too much, doesn't matter, because we're going to add our chicken. Everything from the pan. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit of sauce or whatever, just toss it all in and mix it up together. Turn up the heat just a tiny little bit from the simmer that you had going on, or medium, up to like a medium-high, just to really kind of mix this up good. And what it'll do is that liquid is going to thicken up a little bit and create your stir-fry sauce. Alright, now it's time to serve it up. There you go. Fried rice. Take a little bit. Now this should feed 2 to 3 people. I'm a hungry guy. I'm a growing boy. So I usually eat a little bit more. Alright. And your stir fry is finished as well. Looks good, huh? Smells good. Simple and easy stir fry and fried rice. And there you have it.